I do want to talk about the Houthis because White House National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby said this over the weekend that the U.S. is, quote, not looking for a conflict with the Houthis and that, quote, the best outcome here would be for the Houthis to stop these attacks. What do you make of that response?
It's a political statement, obviously. There is some point at which the administration is going to have to show a backbone. It reminds me of telling the Taliban, don't walk on Kabul, don't invade Kabul, don't bring the Afghan government down. The world is watching. You'll be judged. Don't do this. Words don't scare these types of adversaries. Actions are the only thing that deters them. And so if we're going to rely on words to stop Houthi missiles and drones from flying into the Red Sea, that's going to be a recipe for disaster. We are at some point going to have to put our actions behind our words, behind our threats, and make sure that the Houthis, but more importantly, Iran knows we're willing to use force to protect our interests.
How do you think that the United States would show and demonstrate that then to Iran?
There's a number of options on the table right now for the administration. Here's a few of them. One, if you were to strike targets inside of Yemen, you would look for specific command and control targets of the Houthis. If you can actually locate some of their bases where they are moving around these missiles, their launchers, and target some of them, whoever the coordinators, the commanders of these units are, if you can locate them. If there are IRGC, Revolutionary Guard Corps operatives on the ground that you can find and locate, they'll really be the quarterbacks who are calling all these plays for the Houthis. There's other targets available inside Yemen. But also look at the ships that Iran runs off the coast of Yemen. They actually have cargo vessels that they've retrofitted into what are essentially spy vessels. And these are the ships that are looking at all of the different maritime traffic coming through the waterway there into the Red Sea. And they basically call up the Houthis and say, hey, we have a vessel. Here's where it is. Here's where you should target your missile or your drone. Go fire. And so it's literally the Iranians sitting on this cargo ship off the coast of Yemen that are calling the shots here. We could attack that vessel as well, take it out of the game. And of course, there are escalation moves all the way to Iran itself. That is the highest part of the escalation curve. You would obviously seek to do something lower to see if you can restore deterrence without attacking inside Iran kinetically. Though we, of course, have cyber options that we can employ at any time inside of Iran.